Let's get ready to rumble. This is going fast because there's a lot in this one. Thank you to Santi, who helped me gather a lot of the information for this video. I could never have finished it without him. A lot of things happened, so here goes nothing. God, this might be a long one. Okay, spy balloons. The U.S. has shot down 4 aerial objects. They may have shot down more as of this week. They've been off of the Carolinas, the Alaska, and one near the Great Lakes. First is from China. The others are unclear, but it seems like these have been there, and we just haven't noticed them before because we haven't been looking. But we'll see what happens with that. Another one was spotted off of over Latin America. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully nothing bad. But yeah, lots of spy balloons just kind of hanging out, I guess. And Biden is going to meet with the Chinese President Xi Jinping about it. He is hoping that it doesn't jeopardize the relationship between China and the U.S. Santos lied, like a lot. I mentioned him before. He lied about many things, as you can see. And he got removed from some of his committee positions because of it. So that's just a don't lie, kids, although apparently you can get away with it. Good to know. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Yay, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch sports. If you want commentary, ask someone else. Also, it was the first time in a long time that somebody other than Pepsi hosted the halftime show. Sorry. It was, I believe it was Apple Music. Devastating news, Syria and Turkey experienced a massive 7.8 magnitude earthquake that wreaked havoc across the border. The death toll is at 33,000 and rising. They have been able to recover many from the rubble, and there have been efforts actually by people around here going over there to help. So hopefully they will be able to recover from this awful incident. League of their own. And good news, the first all-women flyover happened at the Super Bowl, and one of the aviators flying there was actually from Springfield, Virginia. I believe her name is Naomi. So that's really cool. Girl power. Yeah. I'm gonna stop now. So that's neat. Oh, Santi found this one. Apparently, an elementary school in Las Vegas experienced 100 students projectile vomiting, and experts say it was probably linked to contaminated cafeteria food. So, yeah, watch out for that. The end of UFOs. As of the Chinese spy balloon and all these other aerial objects, it is being assumed that all these UFO-type objects are, in fact, just things from other countries. So it could be the end of things being identified as unidentified flying objects, which makes me sad because I like those. State of the Union was a little chaotic. There was a lot of screaming from the Republicans. Marjorie Taylor Greene yelled that Biden was a liar. Biden was actually nice to McCarthy and McConnell, which was a good show of, for lack of a better word, sportsmanship. Overall, Biden's speech was deemed a success. He talked about several different accomplishments that his White House has made, and it was actually a pretty good State of the Union. Mike Pence. Last week, a special counsel subpoenaed Mike Pence so they could search his house for classified documents. Still a problem. Only in Ohio. A freight train carrying a highly explosive substance derailed and exploded. Since then, dangerous chemicals have been in the air and in the water, and there have been evacuation efforts. However, people have been going back, and they've been getting sick, and it's a huge problem. So hopefully that problem gets resolved soon so the people of Palestine, Ohio can go back home. Senator John Fetterman checked himself into Walter Reed Military Hospital to be treated for clinical depression. This comes after a previous check for feeling lightheaded and after a life-threatening stroke last year. It is being wondered by many people if Fetterman will continue his term. I hope he does because he seems like a nice guy, and I hope he gets better. There was yet another shooting, this time at Michigan State University on Valentine's Day morning. 3 people were killed. Every time I make one of these videos, I have to report on a shooting. It's not a pattern I enjoy. The suspected gunman was found dead later. Also on Valentine's Day, former Governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley, announced she was running for president. She is kind of picks and chooses when she sides with Trump, so this should be interesting. Mania in Maui. A flight in Maui had some odd troubles. Everything ended up being okay, but there was a plunge. It plunged downwards. It was crazy. California's longest-serving senator has announced her retiring at the end of her term in 2024. Good for her. She's 89 years old. New leaders all around. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern of New Zealand and the First Minister, of Scotland are both resigning from their roles. Jacinda Ardern was, I think that's how you say her name, was widely known for pulling New Zealand through the COVID-19 pandemic, and Nicola Sturgeon has been somewhat under fire for some decisions she made regarding women's prisons and transgender rights, which I do not have time to go into right now, but you should look it up. It's interesting. Justice in Buffalo, the gunman of the horrendous shooting in Buffalo, the grocery store, is being sentenced to life in prison. This isn't on the slide, but if he's found guilty of a federal hate crime, he may face the death penalty. International icon Rachel Welch has died at the age of 82. I don't know much about her, but she was in movies such as Fantastic Voyage and 1 Million Years BC. Rest in peace. This part.